Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. We made it. Saturn stations direct, not Saturn, Mercury stations direct today. Hurrah! So excited, I've got to introduce myself first. Welcome in. Good morning, everybody, to Sunday, the 2nd of October 2022. I am Spirit of Life Alchemy, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So, yes, today, this morning in the UK, Mercury station direct. It feels like it's been a long retrograde, this one. I don't know about how you feel. Let me know in the comments. So, yeah. Mercury station's direct, but station direct in opposition to Neptune in Pisces and in a trine to Pluto in Capricorn. So, you know, we've got some energies going on there. So, yeah, take things easy with yourself today. I know I am. We have some other astrology as well besides that. So the moon is going to leave Sagittarius and enter Capricorn, where it's going to form a square to Jupiter and to Venus. So forming a T squared that activates yesterday's opposition between Jupiter and Venus. So it's about sort of building balance between the me and the we, your own needs versus other people's needs, and, you know, getting everything back into balance. You know, do you give more than you receive, or do you receive more than you give? These are the types of things to be looking at, and bringing things back into balance, doing things differently if you are out of balance. I've just been fantasising about going away for month-long retreats and things, and being cared for and looked after myself. It's like as a therapist, it's like when I massage and do treatments on other people, I completely give my all. I massage from the depths of my soul, and I've just been fantasising about sort of, oh, wouldn't it be absolutely fantastic if other people, if I could go somewhere and other people would do that for me as well. Which, yeah, a combination of things, getting to the end of Mercury retrograde. Also just a really stressful week on different fronts. Although the universe did come through on Friday for me with a see, you can trust, which I know, it's like, thank you. Anyway, I'm a bit tired, I'm a bit mumbly, a bit rambly on. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So I would even go as far as to say I feel a little bit delirious. It might be the retrograde has been in my 12th house, sort of a little bit of Libra, and then going back into Virgo. So it's all been about releasing and letting go of stuff that I no longer need, and that's old habits, old thought patterns, old belief systems, all sorts of stuff like that. So it feels like it's been a bit of a toughie. And also sort of all the transits it's made and the aspects to other planets. As is the theme for this year, or seems to be, it's been a bit of a corker. The astrology just seems to have been absolutely relentless. And I, for one, could do with a break. Let me know how you're feeling. Although sort of this month, October, 2nd of October, this month, besides Mercury going forward, we've also got Pluto and Saturn stationing direct as well. So hopefully sort of this heavy, intense energy is going to lighten up a little bit, give us a few weeks respite, or maybe not even that, because we're going at the end of the month, we're going to eclipse season with a new moon, solar eclipse in Scorpio, and then right at the end of the month we have Mars station in retrograde in Gemini. So anyway, that's the reading while I'll be dreaming of retreats and things and just being pampered. Maybe in a nice hot climate, that would be lovely. Anyway, let's do some cards. So we've got the wisdom of the Oracle today. So what do we need to know for today? Sunday the 2nd of October 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay. Peace. We need some peace. It's a beautiful green colour as well. It feels very peaceful. That as I was holding it up, I could see the reflection in the trees outside my window, and just a lovely green. They're only very little bit just turning just slightly yellow. You can see sort of the leaves and things that sort of get the weather the most. And start turning earliest. But yeah, they're still very green out there. Considering we're into October, it has, I don't know what it's been like where you live, but here in September's been really, really sort of good. And we've had lots of rain, which we needed after the summer. So anyway, more incoherent rambling. I'll try and keep my brain on track and do this reading. The thinker, Mercury. Maybe getting some peace from all the thinking. I think that's what I need more than anything else. And mending. Okay, coming to a place of peace and calm and stillness within. And especially around the mental stuff, the thinking faculties of us, and just, you know, if you can meditate and things like that, I would recommend that. But I think also it's about mending old thought patterns and things like that, old mindsets and ways of behaving, of thinking, old behaviour patterns and things like that. I think that's one of the things that the Mercury retrograde has really highlighted for us, you know, our thinking patterns, and if we've got old stories running in our heads and things like that. The retrograde has been shining a light on all of that, and now as Mercury starts to go forward again, now we do the mending and we change our behaviour and things like that. And that is definitely sort of enhanced with the opposition to Neptune and the trine to Pluto. So yeah, see what comes up, what needs changing, what's ready to move forward, what have you uncovered, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so let's do some tarot, see what they have to say. We've got the Line Strider deck here. So what do we need to know for Sunday the 2nd of October 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support. We're a bit stiff today. Support and guidance can Spirit give to the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good. What do we need to know? Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. It's where we find ourselves. The King of Swords, more mental stuff. The mind being in, when I say in control of our minds. It's being balanced. You know, control's a weird word, isn't it? It can be taken in many ways. Okay, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Emperor. He's been showing up quite a lot just recently, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, and at the bottom, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords, Temperance, oh, the Queen of Cups. And let's have the Four of Wands as well, and the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress, and the Six of Wands, and the World. It's quite a big message going on there, isn't there? Right, let me just pull these ones around. Sometimes the bottom of the deck just wants to tell its story, and it gives us more information about what's going on behind the scenes that we might not be aware of. I can see the bigger pattern of things. Okay, if the main reading is what's consciously going on, then the bottom of the deck is about the subconscious side. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the King of Swords, the thinker. Okay, I'm sure I know I've said this to you before, but at the station points of retrogrades, for me, they're about a pausing and a portal. We stop, we assess things, we connect in with that moment of stillness, and then we pass through the portal with the energy going in the opposite direction. So station's direct, the planet's been going forward, or from our perspective here on Earth, it's been going forward, it's been gradually slowing till it appears to stop in the sky. The pause, and then as it goes into retrograde, it starts appearing like it's moving backwards. Okay, gradually speeding up, and then it slows down, pause, and then slowly starts going forward again. So it is all about the mind. It's all about how we think, how we communicate, information, data, technology, our thinking. Okay, so it's all about the mind, which, you know, it's not surprising that this has come out today with good old Mercury stationing direct. So that's where we are. And we may have felt like we've come to a point of being blocked. Okay, I've said, this is Two of Swords, by the way. I've definitely felt like things of being held back and being it's almost like, it feels like somebody's got hold of the back of my of my hood of my hoodie. It's going, no, you can't go forward yet, you can't go forward yet, to the point where it's absolutely exhausted me. But this is moving into the past now. Okay, and we're building our future on the Nine of Cups, the foundation, what's below us, you know, what we're standing on. We have the Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card, which will be why I've just been journaling and fantasizing about going away on luxury retreats somewhere and just being pampered and catered for and generally nourished and nurtured and cared for in the same way that I care for other people. It's like, oh no, I don't want any half measures. People do. They've got to be as passionate about it as I am when I treat people. So, you know, I take my journaling. My journaling is, for me, it's my spells. By getting that stuff out of my head and onto paper, it's like a manifesting thing. It's like creating spells. Because as I write, I don't just think it, I see it, I feel it, I hear it, I smell it, I touch it, I taste it. All my senses are there, and it's all travelling down and manifesting from the quantum, from the abstract in my head and down onto paper in the physical 3D. So what are you fantasizing about? Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card. What do you wish could happen? Okay, in your life. What would make your life better? What do you really need now? Okay. And then the card from above, from Gift from Spirit, messages from Spirit, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is about firm foundations. It's about becoming the master of yourself, of your thoughts and your mind and your spirit and your fire and your emotions and the water element, and the perseverance and the grounding and the physical manifestation. All those energies combined, all the four kings combining together into the Emperor, and all in balance. Okay, so this about, yeah, self-mastery on all these levels. Okay, and think about that when you're making your wish or your wishes. Okay, and just, yeah, being the Emperor of your castle, your home, whether, you know, you're talking about your physical home or your home is where the heart is. Just a male pigeon chasing a female pigeon across the sky. She's having none of it. Get back to my reading again. You can see where my brain is today. It's just all over the place. Okay, so yeah, home is where the heart is. Being the Emperor in your heart, being the Emperor in your space. What do you need? You know, what, going into yourself and really thinking about sort of, you know, yourself, how you relate to yourself. Do you take care of your needs? Or do you just, you know, either don't think about them at all and don't think, you know, it doesn't cross your mind that you have needs, or you're so invested in going out and caring for other people and seeing to other people's needs that you don't have the time or the energy or whatever to actually care for yourself. Okay, these are the gifts we're being asked to consider. And then we move on to the Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands, Queen of Fire. As we look after our own needs, we fill up our own cup, and we do have the Ace of Cups coming out here as well, then, you know, it lights our fire. We have the energy, we have the motivation, we have the vroom and the passion to live our lives. We're creative. Okay, we want to be centre stage and, you know, be acknowledged and seen, and in all our fiery brilliance. Okay, the Queen of Wands doesn't fear anything. It doesn't fear being centre stage, being seen, being visible. Doesn't hold back. So be more Queen of Wands is the message there. Okay, the clarifiers, Ace of Cups, filling up your own cup, self-love, looking after yourself, you know, recharging your batteries, recuperation. As I was saying at the beginning, it's been a pretty full-on Mercury retrograde season. That's how I feel. That's how it's been for me, and other people that I speak to have said the same, that it feels really full on. Feel ready for a break. Okay, so we're filling our own cups up, and we might have to defend ourselves, stand up for ourselves. Seven of Wands, you know, if your family and friends and people around you, they've been used to relying on you to be there to take care of their needs, and suddenly you're turning around and going, well, no, actually, no, I need to take care of myself. I need to look after my needs first. They might not like it, and You may have to defend yourself in some way or another. Stand up for what you want, stand up for what you need. Ovs. And then we have the Five of Cups. So, you know, as we're looking after ourselves, it can bring up, you know, old griefs, old disappointments, maybe where you haven't stood up for yourself or haven't nurtured yourself in the past. And by doing that, it actually opens up for these hidden emotions to be released, so that we can do the mending. Okay. Or it could be that in standing up for yourself, other people don't like it because you're not who you used to be, and they can't rely on you to fill them up. And maybe, you know, there's endings here, which can, you know, lead to grieving and to disappointment. They're not who you thought they were. But always remember, with the Five of Cups, although the 5 eggs or the 5 cups are there, you've got the 3 are broken. There's generally 2 that remain, you know, unbroken or standing to take forward. Have we got the 2? We haven't got the 2 of Cups here at all. No. So, but sometimes we need time to grieve. And sometimes we need time to grieve for how we've betrayed ourselves and not been there for our needs and things. So, you know, however that shows up for yourself, be kind, be gentle, and take the time to look after yourself. Okay. And the bottom cards, we go straight into the Ten of Wands, that overwhelm. Okay. Put down all the other wands and just have your one. Okay. If you've picked up other people's wands and you're carrying other people's wands especially, okay, or if you've picked up other people's wands and you think they're your wands, naturally they're not. Today's the day to actually put down those wands. Maybe even start a bonfire with them, or those sticks, and just have your wand and just take care of yourself. With the Seven of Swords, okay, other people might not like this, which is why you might need to defend yourself. Okay. And that might be what is causing the 5 of Cups. Okay. But, you know, coming back to yourself, looking after yourself, and releasing. I'm going to go into this more as I go round, because just one card and the story evolves. So it may just be this card is just showing you sort of, you know, sort of when you start looking after yourself, other people don't like it. Okay. And then we come to the Temperance card. This is all about balance. It's all about the peace. Okay. Yeah, finding balance and peace within yourself. And in terms of relationships and things, lots sort of questioning and examining sort of what you give out and what you give back, and who, and, you know, sort of if other people are taking advantage, or, you know, not supportive of you as you are of them, then, you know, sort of this coming into balance in yourself. And then we come to the Queen of Cups. So we've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Queen of Cups. This, again, nurturing and looking after yourself, connecting to your higher self, your intuition, trusting sort of yourself, coming into balance, trusting yourself, especially if sort of, you know, other people have been a bit off, taking care of your needs. Okay. And then we've got the Four of Wands. This first bit has been the pause and what we're looking at and seeing what happens. Okay, and then we get the Four of Wands, the passing through the portal as Mercury starts to go forward. Okay, the Four of Wands, the 1111 portal card, completion, ending of a cycle, perfection, you know, all those things, and going through the portal. And we got that followed by the Six of Swords. We're moving away from difficult situations. And somebody might be helping you with this. Okay, moving away from those aren't supportive, but also highlighting those that are supportive to us in this life and on our journey. And it leads to new opportunities and openings. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. When we let go of stuff we no longer, stuff and people and whatever that we no longer need, it opens up a space for new opportunities and new openings to come in. Okay, and then we have the Empress. So we've got the Emperor. By being in that divine masculine energy and stating our grounds and our boundaries and things like that, and being firmly rooted in who we are, and saying our no's when we have to say no's, and being, you know, firm foundations in our heart, our home, in our heart, and all of that, then it opens us up to be able to tap into our divine feminine, the Empress, our creativity, this new opportunity. It could just be like a new way of relating to ourselves, of putting ourselves first, instead of sort of other people. And then another card of completion, we've got the World, ending of an old cycle, with the Six of Wands, victory. Okay, so as we do this work, and we release the things, the old patterns in our mind, or, you know, often our worst critic and the person who supports us the least is ourselves. Okay, so this might not be external people. This could be, you know, all internal, and defending yourself against your old stories going on in your head, the old lies and illusions and delusions that you've been sort of quite comfortable living in. It is a big day of releasing that and being ready to move forward slowly in the beginning, because Mercury, it turns, it stations, and then it just starts off very slowly going forward before gradually increasing its speed. And remember, it's going to be the 17th of October before Mercury comes out of its shadow side. So we're still sort of looking at what's been coming up over these last 3.5 weeks, and being ready to go forward, mending ourselves if what's come up. Okay, I'm going to leave the reading there, because I'm nearly at 30 minutes. It's like all my rambling and going on, but I think it was an important message today. Definitely sort of what was coming through. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, the usual, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell, etc, etc, etc. Very much appreciated for growing the channel. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Just a shout out and a thank you to the people who have emailed me to say they're interested in my free moon webinar next Sunday. You are on my list. Whenever I've set everything up, then I will email you out the link to tune in. I just need to sort out some issues with how I'm going to light everything, if I do it in the evening. So it's like, because it's a Sunday, it's like, is it better to do morning or afternoon or evening? So I'm still working all that out at the moment, but thank you. If anybody else does want to come to my free webinar about the importance of our connection with the moon and how it affects us and everything, then email me with your email address so that I can add you into the list to send you the link for next week. Okay. Anyway, thank you for staying with me. Have a wonderful day. Celebrate Mercury stationing direct, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.